Hi folks, Sarah Goodman here, Museum Educator at Drakewell Museum and Park. If you're not familiar with Drakewell Museum and Park, we are the birthplace of the modern petroleum industry located in Titusville. Titusville is in the northwest region of Pennsylvania, just about an hour or so southeast of Erie, Pennsylvania. And today you are going to help me, the museum educator at Drakewell, because I have a little bit of a mystery for you to solve. In my collection of educational objects, I have objects that are called for-use items. And these are items that I am able to take off the shelf and allow you, the visitor, to look at, touch, and feel and study. And they help me teach you about life and work here in northwestern Pennsylvania in the oil region, and also about the work in the oil industry. And that is in the time periods of the 19th, 20th, and 21st century. So today you are going to help me with a little bit of a mystery, and that is the mystery of what is this? This is one of the objects that I have on my shelf, and I'm not too sure what this object is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a brief description of the object, and then tell you 3 ways that I think you use this object. And then we together will figure out what is the correct way, and therefore what the object is. So let's start. This object, well, it's lightweight. It's not very heavy. And it is made of copper or a metal. And it is about 16 inches tall, and it is 6 inches wide. And it is rectangular in shape. And at the top here, there's a handle and 2 holes. And it's hollow inside. So what is it? Well, let's start with some guesses. My first guess is that this, as we live in northwestern Pennsylvania here, or I should say the museum is in northwestern Pennsylvania, I think this is for maple syrup. I think this is for gathering maple syrup at the maple trees, that when you tap the tree, the maple syrup drips down into these holes here at the top of the can. So this is for gathering maple syrup, and then it is placed into crates, and it is hauled back to the sugar shack to be turned into that yummy syrup for our pancakes. So guess number 1 is that this is a maple syrup can. So maybe there's another use for this. I think that this might be a water can. They say that copper is very good for your health, and so I think what you do is that you go to a spring, and there are a lot of natural springs here in northwestern Pennsylvania. And what you do is you gather the water from the spring here in this can through the 2 holes here at the top. And then you can take this water home, and you can use it to cook with. You can use it for many different purposes. But this is a can, or a watering can, for gathering water at the spring and taking it back to your home to use. So guess number 2 is a water can. Well, guess number 3, I think this might be a can that is used for nitroglycerin. Nitroglycerin is an explosive, and I think that you very, very carefully pour nitroglycerin into the holes at the top, and that you carry this to the well site so that you can use the nitroglycerin at the well site. And it has this nice handle so that you can carry it very carefully. So our 3 guesses are: guess number 1, that it's used for maple syrup. Guess number 2 is that it's a water can. And guess number 3 is that it's used for nitroglycerin. Which way is it? I'll let you think about it for a minute. And while you think, I'll show you the can again up close. So, what do you think this is? Well, I shall tell you. If you guessed number 3, you are correct. This is a can for nitroglycerin, which is a liquid explosive. This can is made out of copper because copper is non-ferrous. That means that it will not spark. And with nitroglycerin being an explosive, you definitely don't want to spark. So what they would do is at the nitroglycerin factory, they would pour the nitroglycerin very slowly and gently into the can. Then what they would do is place these cans into crates that are divided into nice square compartments. And there is space left between the cans so that they don't rattle around, because nitroglycerin is very volatile. That means that if I picked this can of nitroglycerin up and shook it, guess what? I would explode. That's why this can is also called an angel can, because if there was an accident, if you shook it a little bit, you could be with the angels. So this is a nitroglycerin can. Nitroglycerin was taken to a well in this can and then slowly poured down a well to break up blockages in the well. The person that would slowly pour this into the well was called a shooter, and he would shoot the well. So, if you guessed that this is a nitroglycerin can, or the nickname for it, angel can, you are correct. Congratulations! You guessed the right answer. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also like us on Facebook. And check out our website at www.drakewell.org for more great events and upcoming programs. Thanks so much for joining me on this episode of What Is It? See you next time.